Welcome back to Rough Restos. I'm Jordan, and we're actually in today, not for any work on the Capri, nor the Range Rover, or any of the other projects. We're actually doing a bit of a product test. So, KINGBOLEN, again, the ones who sent me the BM550 battery test the last time, great product, they've actually sent me out their EDIAG Mini. So, I was a bit sceptical, didn't know what to think. Now, I'm not going to lie, I did record this video, and I just re-recorded it. Because now I've actually been able to use the product a bit more and get my hands on it, I now know a bit more about it and my opinions have slightly changed. So, I was very sceptical. Now this product currently on Amazon is on offer, reduced to £45. So it's a sub £50 OBD2 Bluetooth Diagnostics bit of kit, which is very cheap. Definitely on the cheaper scale. Now I was thinking, could it be any good? Well, this is what we're going to find out. So, compatible with iPhone and Android, standard stuff. Works in 10 languages. It's not much use to me because I can only read and speak one of them. I'm a typical British person, ignorant. It can auto-vin, but we'll go into that. This particular unit is mainly aimed at sort of standard diagnostics, live data. So with it, you can obviously read all your fault codes off of all your different ECUs. Doesn't go into OE level depth, we'll get into that. You can do live data on it, you can save the live data, you can print it off as a report, you can share it, it's pretty advanced actually, to be honest. You can do up to 15 special functions with this particular one. Now they sort of vary, inclusive of oil light and SAS reset, free for 1 year. It's also capable of doing things along the lines of the ABS bleeding, injector coding, TPMS resetting, DPF regeneration, throttle adaptation, battery coding, AFS calibration and all sorts. And I'm sure those capabilities will sort of still get updated in the future as well. So it's a pretty advanced bit of kit. So like I say, you only get the oil and the SAS free for the first year with this particular one. You have to pay, I think it's like $19.99 per additional extra per year. But that's not what this is aimed at really. So this is aimed at probably the advanced DIYer. It's perfect for going in your glove box. You keep with you, in case you have an issue, your neighbour has an issue, you're out on the road, you find someone with an issue. It's just handy to have about. So I think we should jump into a minute what this can do. And the vehicle we're going to try it on is the Range Rover. So, Range Rover, very difficult with diagnostics equipment. The particular bit of diagnostics equipment I use, I'll say day in, day out, it feels like it, on my L322, is actually close to £500. It's really expensive. And the reason being is because the Jaguar Land Rover stuff is very fussy, has a lot of ECUs, a lot of very particular fault codes, and an extremely large amount of live data. Plus, obviously, there's a lot of things on that vehicle that need calibration, resetting, all that. So we have to use a very expensive bit of kit. So I'm kind of sceptical how well this little £45 dongle will work on that £80,000 machine out there. So I should go try it. So here's the real test. Here's my 2011 4.4 TDV8. Notoriously very difficult diagnostic-wise. And very expensive. So, well, to start with, that's the one I have, and that's about £500. So, £45 dongle, what will you do? Let's give it a go a minute. Ignition on, and straight away dashboard is saying suspension fault, of course. So can we find the issue? The thing we want to do is jump into Play Store or whatever and grab the EDIAG app. So, there it is, that one there. Perfect. Oh, no reviews yet. Interesting. Right, let's chuck it down and see what's in here. Right, let's give it a go. So let's go all system diagnostics. VIN decoding. Can it find a VIN? Oh, it's found my VIN. Ideal. Okay, so this is actually the first vehicle it's worked on, which is odd, being a Land Rover. That is perfect. Alright, what's the easiest to go through then? Let's go for health report. So interesting. It is found, looks like 28 control modules, which is correct. And what's it found faults with? The ABS, the instrument cluster, ride level control module, driver's door module, passenger door, audio. Oh, so this looks like all the fault codes I'd expect. So straight away, I'm going to take a guess that the ABS one is going to be some kind of communication error. Let's go for it. Ah, no, okay. So that is to do with the suspension. Perfect. Can we... Ah, so we can clear all in one go. That's fine. Ride level control module. Read fault code. Front left height sensor. Now, does it say any more info on it? Oh! That is really good. Okay, that's really handy to have, that is. What's related data? Ah. So now we can log the voltage, the height sensor, power supply. So let's log it all. Front left corner height, 0.1 foot. Aha! That's good. That's really good. What to do? Can we just look at them? Oh wow! So we can stream with data. Well, how do we actually use it? I do not know. Oh, it's graphing. Ah, excellent. So then I was to rock the car a little bit. We should see a little change ideally. Okay, maybe not. Maybe the sensor has knackered them. So, 2.8 volts. Ah, there you go. That is excellent. Okay. Again, we can graph that one. Okay. That's good. I like that a lot. So that's really handy. What else we got? Driver's door module. Now I'm just going to probably moan about locks or mirrors. Locking motor, yeah. Indicator canvas issue, that's fine. I'm surprised. Amplifier is going to moan about 2 speakers probably. Yes. That's impressive. I'm not sure you can do a data stream with that. Let's give it a go. Oh yeah, control module, supply number, trouble code. Okay. Excellent. Right, we want to go back off that. So now, can we reset a lot of these codes? Oh wow, codes are reset. That's really just impressed me. That's impressive. So on that note, I think we should be good to do all the other functions if needed. That's... try we need, but we've got any reports yet. Excellent. So that's just some random... Oh, current that's high. 45%. Ouch. These things though do have insane alternators, huge batteries, and draw a lot of power. So you can start turning on things for the sake of it in There we go, just add an extra 50 amps through the front heated windscreen. Excellent. Front fog lamp switch, let's turn it on a minute. See if it works or not. Is that on? Ah, no, the door's open. It's... Turn the lights on. There we go. Excellent. It works. Oh, I am impressed. So the best way to get the live data is to go into each module then and do it that way. And that is just hundreds of live data. Look, you get... This is the same level data I get on the Gap IED tool. Well, it's £500. Look at all the... This is just one module. Okay. That's... What data have we got on the engine? Last oil change. I don't know if that works. Let's just press a few random ones. Better watch. Intake there. Let's just go for them. Yep. So we can record these as they are. Stop it. Okay it. And now we've just made a data log. Excellent. And it appears to save all these to my account as well, so I can access them on other devices. That is cool. But how do we get... Ah, there we go. Let's graph it. Oh wow, that is... So that's just a 1 value. Combine them all. That's the ones that didn't change, that's fine. Yeah. And obviously there we've got distance since last oil change, 0 miles. That's because we obviously just reset it. Yeah, I think that's enough on this one. That's just blew me away. I'm not going to lie, this bit of kit, that took me by surprise. That read every single ECU, read all the same fault codes that my £500 bit of kit could read, gave me all the same live data, allowed me to log it all, go back to report, view it all, but not only just review what I'd logged at the time, you can individually choose back as to what you want to view. Something that really impressed me, took me by surprise, which my expensive bit of kit doesn't do, is when it gives you the fault code, it suggests what could be the issue with that, which is pretty impressive. Suggests how you might better fix it, really handy. And even better than that, it offers you live data relating to that item. So then rather than having to go off your own back, go and find live data that might relate to that issue, it's told you what it could be, and it's instantly suggested and allowed you to press on and view the live data that relates to that issue. Which is actually incredibly impressive for something that is free to use each year, remains free, and costs sub £50. Which I don't think there is anything else on the market like that. Now, this certainly isn't going to replace my £500 tool, but for day-to-day use, it does all that you need it to do. So, very interesting one. Obviously, I've only tried it on the 2011, but I can't see any reason why it wouldn't work at least perfectly as well on the 2005, 2010, and to be fair, judging by what it's already shown capability-wise on various vehicles, it should also work on the 2002 to 2005 models. So that's really impressive. Since trying this, my mate has gone and bought one. Amazon Prime had it there not even 24 hours later. He's put it in his CLK 270, which again is a very fussy car. Mercedes, same sort of boat, diagnostics, a bit of a pain. Most of this kind of stuff doesn't work. And once again, he's plugged it in and it's shown him all his ECUs, all of his faults, and everything. The equivalent of what a £1,300 scanner he plugged in last time did. So that's pretty impressive. One thing to mention, it's auto-binning, but the only vehicle I've tried it on so far that's worked is my Range Rover. I tried it on the Golf, a Mondeo, and he tried it on the CLK, and the auto-bin function didn't work on any of them. Now it might just be needing an update. It's not the end of the world, because obviously you can punch in a VIN and it works anyway. Except where I tried it on my Mark II Golf, because I've done an engine conversion on that and it's got a 1999 engine in it, I don't actually have the VIN. So now I can get the VIN using other tools I've got, but if I was relying solely on that, that wouldn't be any use. So that's one thing to make note, is you're going to need your VIN available in case it doesn't auto-VIN. Subscription wise, the oil light and the SAS, definitely handy to have. It is a bit of a pain having to buy the other functions, but at the same time, buying one of them functions is going to save you a lot more than it would save you a ton of money compared to taking it to a garage where it costs you a lot more. So, yeah, that's annoying you have to buy them, but if you need them, they're worth their weight in gold, so it doesn't matter. Now, you could also buy the sort of more pro version of this, which is aimed at more of the semi-professional market, I would say, where you get all them features free for the first year, so all 15 features free, plus OE level diagnostics and coding capabilities, which is pretty impressive. And I'm actually pretty confident a lot of them would work with the car by what I've already seen. The only issue with that one is, after the first year, the whole unit is on a yearly subscription, whereas the £45 Mini, that stays free essentially forever. So your live data, your standard diagnostics are always going to work on this tool. So for £45, it's an absolute bargain. One thing to note, it did give me all the Range Rover codes perfectly, and it gave me the actual proper relating code to the fault. The only thing is, it doesn't do the second, well, I say the second, it doesn't do the last final digits you get with the really expensive tools. So you'd get a code like, say, 5-6 digits long, and then with the proper OE Jaguar Land Rover diagnostics, you get a hyphen and then like a 2F or 2 digits afterwards. Those 2 digits can be quite handy because they narrow the issue down further for you. But that's not to say that they are needed. They're just handy and make life easier. But in general, if you don't actually have a diagnostics tool, especially if you've got a Range Rover, if you don't have a diagnostics tool, you're not in a good position, to be honest. I would certainly advise having one of these. Even better, they're not even VIN locked. So like the expensive tools, my tool is VIN locks to my vehicle only for most of the fancy features. Short of the fancy features, that expensive tool then has the same capabilities pretty much as this does on other vehicles. So yeah, I'm going to stop rambling on now. I'm not going to lie, I am extremely impressed. So big thank you for KINGBOLEN for allowing me to try it. That's another product I've tried of theirs, which has been a bargain, and actually it's blown me away. So yeah, definitely very impressed. It's not just biased because they gave it to me. I appreciate that, but at the same time I'm going to tell you any sort of faults I found with it, which I just have. And generally myself and my mates now that have tried this are actually blown away with how good it is. One thing to note, it is a bit tight. So you have to give it a good push to get it on and off and a pull. But no, I'm impressed. So thank you, KINGBOLEN. Another great product, especially at that price. I don't think you could possibly actually beat that. So I would 100% recommend that for all standard diagnostics of your control modules and all your live data. It is, yeah, no, for that, exceptionally good. It's not a replacement for a mechanic, and it's certainly not professional level kit or diagnostics. But for £45, you'd be stupid if you thought it was going to be. So yeah, very impressed. Obviously, if you're new to the channel and you've just seen this, if you're into your L322s, there is tons of DIY how-to videos and repairing videos on the L322s. If you like your builds, currently got the Capri M113 V8 build, where I'm putting a 5-litre Mercedes V8 into a 1984 Ford Capri. So that's ongoing. That's the first ever one of that kind to ever run and drive, as far as we can work out. There's the Mark II Golf and all sorts more. So why not stick around, subscribe to the channel, like the video if you actually found it helpful, it really helps. Drop me a comment, tell me if you think there's something better on the market. Tell me if you're already using this, or if you had any prior experience with devices like this. And with any luck, I'll see you guys again next time. I've been Jordan. Cheers.